Hello and welcome to That British Homestead. My name's Nick and today, well, I thought I'd take you on a tour around the allotment. So let's get started. First, it's a lovely warm day today. It's like delightful. We had such a cold, windy, horrible time and now it's super warm. Well, warm for January. So mostly the allotment is still dormant and is working, you know, as it is, but we've done quite a bit here down the allotment thanks to the help of my partner. I'm not gonna lie, he's done, I was gonna say 90% of the work, but I'm not gonna lie, he's done all the work. So he has covered all of the beds on this allotment, which is great. We cover them up and we're going to be planting squashes in this 3 or 4 beds. That's really good. On this bed is all the garlic that we're growing and it's starting to sprout. So what happened was I planted some really early and some of it is just coming out, as you can see, which is super cool, isn't it? This is our summer squash bed, all nicely covered and horse manured and everything, and it's all ready and eager to go for when we're ready to put some bits in June. These are Jerusalem artichokes. If you've got any recipes for Jerusalem artichokes, let me know. At the moment we're just storing them because, well, there's a lot of them, so we're going to go ahead and pull them up. You know, you can see there's some gaps there, here, there and everywhere where we've pulled some up already, and we're going to pull them up when we get, you know, time and we know what to do with them. I'm thinking about making them into crisps at the moment. I really like that idea with them baked and fried and all sorts, but I think crisps are a really good idea. This bed here has a tripod, as you can see, but it's got rhubarb and at the end peonies and some gooseberry bushes right at the very back. It's a little bit of a higgledy-piggledy bed, but it's all there resting up until the spring. We are in deep winter. Here in this bed, this is our potato bed. This is super exciting. On roughly about the 17th of March, this is going to be planted up with potatoes so that we have enough to store up, and there will be main crop potatoes, which is something to look forward to. We do a wood chip bed, and what I'll do is kind of scrape up all of the bit that's fallen out of this bed and put it back on, and then put some more wood chip on, and we just grow it in wood chip each year. It breaks down into beautiful soil. As you can see, last year wood chips have broken down pretty much completely into lovely soil, and then we just keep topping it up. These are horse manure beds, as you can see, all closed up. The one over, where am I, there is marshmallows, so another 2 seasons and then we can harvest those, and then medicinals. They're really good for coughs and colds. This bed here that I'm gesturing to, probably going to be French beans this year. Looking forward to that. This one is my peach tree and it's starting to get all of its little buds on it, which is super exciting. And I think, I'm not too sure if they're flower buds or if they are leaf buds, but I hope they're flower buds. They'll be covered in peaches this year. We got 6 last year, but sadly we lost them all because of a really cold spell. Here, this bed is probably going to be carrots this year. I have manured it. This side of the allotment is terrible when it comes to stinging nettles, but it's just, once again, pull them out. After a little while they will eventually go down. Behind me is our baby orchard. We have all sorts of things in there, from plums to apples to peaches, and of course I have a wonderful, this is like 3rd time lucky, fig tree which I got from B&Q, so we're super excited about that. That's going to be years until they're actually established. This here is another potato bed. We have 1, 2, 3 large potato beds in total. We do really enjoy potatoes, and it is a staple crop at the old household. So yeah, this is what it looks like at the moment. It's not much to look at because it's still January. This is the wonderful brassica tunnel. It's a low tunnel. We've got purple sprouting broccoli, we've got black magic kale, Brussels sprouts. I'm not too sure what that is at the back there, but it does not look happy. And we've got some more of the kale that's been harvested quite dramatically. This is what happened in the wind. You know how we had that really dramatic wind recently? I'll show you what happened. Look at it, it's torn it to pieces. But that's okay, because I'm thinking, that black plastic, we can all agree, is completely ruined. I'm gonna take it up and I'm gonna put carrots in there. So I'll keep it on there as long as possible, kind of warm up the soil. The warmer the soil, the better germination you get. And what I was going to do is take where, a few years ago I had a greenhouse, but because of the terrible weather, it got all smashed up. I've saved the plastic on it, and I might lay that down and let the carrots germinate under it. I think that's a really good idea to boost the germination of the carrots this year. Yeah, I think that's it's a great idea. This here is a cucumber bed. Well, it will be. This is where we grow our cucumbers. As you can see, there's tons and tons of holes that we plant our cucumbers in, and they grow up there lovely. They do super well in this bed, so why stop another bad thing? If it works, it works. Now, because I'm going to change that one from a cucumber bed, I might use this one here as a cucumber bed this year. It's currently a brassica. As you can see, the tunnel has blown completely apart. I can't really complain because people have lost sheds, people have lost greenhouses, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have to cover up my tunnel again. So once that's all harvest, I will have to go through and horse manure that bed because it hasn't been done this year yet. Looks a little bit better already, doesn't it? So we've got to make sure that we keep them covered because the pigeons, there's so many pigeons here. I mean, like, so many, and they absolutely love a brassica, so they will happily eat all of those brassicas like in a few hours. Still got an absolute ton of herbs here. Really enjoying the herbs freshly cut from there. I do need to grab some thyme if I get time and make sure that I have that dried for the cupboard. Behind me here is the tomato bed. Tomato bed is probably my favourite bed. We do a lot of tomato sauce here, so that's super exciting, and that's where it's going to be. It looks like an entire field, doesn't it? It's absolutely huge. We grow a ton of tomatoes. I think we're doing 60 plants this year, which will be enough for tomato sauce for the rest of the year and fresh eating, etc. So this is Jasmine's little area. It consists of a cherry tree in the middle, tons and tons of strawberries. The strawberries have gone everywhere, and I just need to go around, pull them up and replant them somewhere else. This behind me is the second garlic bed. So it is full of garlic and it is slowly pushing its way up through the ground. This would be spring or winter laid garlic. So it was on the longest day, which is the 21st, that we planted it all. As you can see on this one, the black plastic is actually blown away, as you can see. So this is a horse manure bed. It's all done and ready to go. Just need to put the black plastic back over it. I'm not too sure what we're going to be growing on this one, but I know this is going to be onions on this side. Another no dig bed. Absolutely going to be chock full of potatoes. It's going to be super exciting. Once again, just going to go ahead and put some more wood chip on that for when we get closer. Oh my goodness, look at this. Do you see that? Just there. It's a caterpillar. I told you it was warm, but that's a very confused caterpillar, like, oh, nothing's growing yet. Brassica bed, completely done with it. We will come through probably this weekend, strip it all down, and then go ahead and roll the black plastic black, fill it with horse manure, and go ahead and, I don't know, what can we grow in there? The possibilities are endless. Probably swede. Love a swede. Really long season crop that. This bed here is another horse manure bed, no dig. As you can see, some of the little weeds are going to come through. We just come through and pull those, and then we're going to be growing onions there. And once the onions are done, it will be carrots. It's another no dig bed. We kind of no dig all of them, but some of them are the traditional no dig beds where it hasn't got the black plastic on top. We're going to be growing onions here in just a few weeks' time, once the ground has warmed up a little bit. Now this is either the best idea that I've ever had or the biggest disappointment I've ever had. I'm not sure which yet. This is meant to be a combination bed. Here is raspberries, at the back is black currants for Ribena. You've got tayberry and loads of rhubarb, but interweaved I have put mushroom mycelia. I haven't seen a mushroom yet, but it can take months. It can be until deep spring where it comes out. So hopefully it's going to go ahead and, you know, do something. Fingers crossed. I forgot to tell you about this. This is my pink celery. Do you see it across there? My pink celery? And the pink celery looks very dead at the moment, but it will come back and it will be one final harvest before I pull it. I might even let some of it go to seed and collect the seed and use it in dishes and maybe even for seeding next year. Very exciting, isn't it? So here, massive difference. Cleaned up the pathway, as you can see. Just pull you down a little bit. Yes, you can see. Clean up the pathway and put all of this here. We're going to put some new compost here. I'm not sure what we're going to grow in here, but doesn't it look nicer now it's tidy? Tidying up makes a massive difference. I really do think that. And I think this has made this place look much bigger and much more inviting. It wants something growing in here now. So I've had a little bit of a tidy up and I think it looks amazing. Here I've cut down all of the raspberry canes, and that's so that they have more space. You don't get anything growing on the second year of these particular canes anyway. So cut them all down and they're going to be a really good mulch. So thank you so much for watching, and I really do appreciate it. What are you doing this time of year? It's really exciting for me. I really like this time of year because it's like the land of opportunity. I've started to really plan what I'm going to be doing in the allotment, which is really good because of my mobility, I'm not really down here enough to actually feel like I'm doing anything. So if I plan and plan, it makes me feel like I'm actually achieving something. So what are you planning to put down the allotment? I'm really excited about March coming. Got tons of things to do, and February is only a few days away, so I'm going to be doing a lot of seeding, which will be super cool. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.